So, we're in Nakasu, and as we walk around today, I'm gonna talk about the nightlife and in Fukuoka and the different places that people go out for drinks and food and I guess different things. So, like I said, this is Nakasu. So, this area is mainly for the Japanese businessman, I would say. Like this area has a lot of the uh, girls' bars, and so where you would pay and pay for drinks and talk to girls that work in the bar, and I guess if you buy them drinks, you get charged. Um, it's kind of a very expensive place to go out. It's where a lot of the businessmen will take their customers in like a kind of a traditional Japanese kind of way of doing business, where they take the customers out to different bars and pay for everything as part of the looking after the customers, I guess. Um, so there are lots of small bars in this area. There's lots of various different kinds of things. Um, to be honest, it's not somewhere where I go out. It's not. I don't really know. Have a lot of information about this area because, as I said, a lot of it is very expensive. So if you don't know where you're going, you could get caught out and end up with a very large bill. So um, I would say, unless you know what you're doing or have someone taking you around in this area, to be very careful. Um, I think there are also bars where they'd have guys here, like host bars. I guess they call them like host and hostess bars. So, like, but I think the a lot of these bars, like they just have a large fee when you go in and you pay per hour, and depending on what you go for, some of the things are very very expensive. Um, for most of the like expats that live here, um, like this area is not really where we would come for a drink. Like if you look around the streets, there's lots of girls trying to get you to come to their bar, um, and like also there are some of the guys on the street who I guess are checking everything is okay, and also they will take you to any of the bars if that's what you need. Okay, so this is this area. I think it's is probably pretty much anything you're looking for here, depending on how much money you've got. Some of the places probably won't allow foreigners in, but I think it depends on the place. There are a few normal places around here too. Um, like on this street, there is one country and western style bar called Cotton Fields, which has a lot of different beers from around the world and plays country music. That is not so expensive. It's around about $5 for a beer, and that place is just a normal. There's a lot of other things here too. Okay, so like I said, the other places that there are to go out. I think for most of the expats, they drink in Tenjin or Daimyo, and I'll put a link to one of the videos of that area at the end. It's actually the direction we're walking in, so we will carry on to, this is basically the end of this street, and then we'll turn right and head towards Tenjin. There are also a lot of other smaller streets in this area. That was just the main street. The concentration of bars here is so high in this area. Often there are like 20 small bars in each building. So, and the alleys there are lots of other things as well. Okay, so we're just gonna go this way and cross the bridge, there's a river under the bridge, and either side of along the river there are yatais, which are food stalls, and there you can have you can sit outside and have ramen or yakitori, like the meat skewers. And this is quite rare in Japan. It's one of the only cities that still has these kind of places. They're not really allowed in a lot of other cities. So so there's some down that way, and have a look over this side. You can maybe make a couple out in the distance, and that's Canal City just ahead as well. Okay, so we can cross, so let's head, so this direction is towards Tenjin, so we'll keep walking along this way and head there. So like I said, in Tenjin, that is where the most of the expats will go out drinking. There are a lot more foreigner-friendly places with English speaking. There's no charge for entry. There's no charge for sitting down, and I think it's a lot easier. So just under the bridge there, you saw the boat. You can ride on that boat for, I think it's 1,000 or 2,000 yen, for about, which is around $7 or $14, and you can go up and down the river for 30 minutes or 1 hour. Maybe interesting to have a look if you're here on a trip. I haven't tried it out yet, so I'm not sure. There are also some dinner boats in that area. In Daimyo, it's where the younger Japanese people tend to go out, and where I think most of the foreigners go. It's where I would probably recommend you go out if you were visiting here. I think it's there are clubs as well in that area if you want to go to a club. The main one is probably Ibiza at the moment, which is in Daimyo. There is another one in Oyafukudori called Cats, which is also quite popular. They mainly play EDM at the moment. That's kind of the popular thing in Fukuoka. If you don't like that music, you probably don't want to go there. And again, there are lots of bars along the street. As we're walking along here, there's lots of bars and restaurants and cafes and different things as you head this direction. The other area people go out around Hakata station. Again, I think that area is more people that just finished work, and they will maybe go for some food in that area because they were working there, or they are waiting for the train to go home, or I guess if they've just arrived and they've got off the train in that area, if they're staying. So there's a bit of a mixture of prices, like in that area. There is a big standing bar in the station, so that is very cheap. Like you can get a large bottle of beer for around about 500 yen, and then there are also more expensive restaurants and things in the area. Okay, so So those are the three different areas that people go. So it would be Hakata, Nakasu, or Tenjin, the main areas. There are also lots of other smaller areas. There are so many different bars and restaurants in Fukuoka. I think you'll never go to all of them. I think there's just there's so much around here. Okay, so the other things that are popular here, like often a lot of people will go to Izakaya earlier in the evening, which is like a kind of like a cross between a pub and a restaurant, and they have a lot of cheap deals with drink, so they often have like all-you-can-drink menus where you pay about $10 and you can drink as much as you want for around about 90 minutes or 2 hours, depending on the restaurant. There's a bit of a range in the quality. Like the cheaper ones are often like the food is not so great and it's cheap alcohol. And if you pay a bit more, you get a bit more quality. So I guess it's probably ranging from around about $25 for food and drink. Up $20 to $25 would be the cheapest, and I guess you can go up to more like $50, I guess would be the general range. There would be some more expensive ones you probably could find, but that's roughly the main thing. Okay, so we're just coming up to the subway station. So this is a Tenjin Minami subway station. It's just up ahead on the right. I'll put a link at the end of the video for a walk around Tenjin and a walk around Hakata station. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you again soon.